being a
It's
household,
difficult. It's
being a
difficult.
housewife or being a house
Well,
person is the hardest thing in the world until a man says, "Let me do it."
huh?
Then
What
all of
you
a
mean?
sudden it's hell
Have
no.
I
y'all
talked
ever
about
seen the
this yesterday,
videos?
What you
Sweeney.
mean,
I
Sweeney?
love
Until a
Wait,
it.
man
no,
I
no, no,
says,
love
no.
doing
until
the
we
dirty
tell
Let's
y'all
at
switch
home.
go. I want to
roles.
see.
I've been
What you
through it. I've
mean?
been in it, Sweeney, and I loved it. But
What
personally,
you
I
mean?
loved it. I
Well,
love
Oh,
going to
oh.
work.
normally in
I
these
love going to
conversations,
work. I
right?
love the fact when I came home that my baby was already cool, the food was already cooked. I like the fact that at
Ain't
nighttime,
that
as a newborn, that the baby, I didn't have to wake up and get the baby up and get her ready.
nice?
I
Di,
honestly
I
You get to be
enjoy
understand.
the
I
it.
plum
understand.
And I
parent,
love being
right?
Die,
around kids too, though.
die.
Don't get
You
me
I
wrong.
mean,
Y'all
understand.
not
wait, wait,
Plum
sounding
wait.
like
parent.
nurturers. Y'all are not
Die.
sounding like
Wait,
nurturers
Sweeney,
right
you
now. I
mean
don't
a
know.
woman, you mean a man not working at all and being a house
No, he
husband?
was still
He's
working.
been.
Yeah, because being a housewife means you are not working. You just stay home, make the home, take care of the kids. Me as the husband, I go out, work, pay all the bills. So I pay 100% of all the bills we need. Your job is to stay home, cook, clean, take care of the kids, whatever, right? Plan our trips, pay off the bills when I give you the money and everything like that. So many housewives complain of how it's hard to be a housewife and this and this and this. But if you ask them, okay, let's switch roles. After you have the baby, go to work for the next 30, 40 years for our retirement, pay all the bills. As a man, I'll stay home, I'll take care of the kids, I'll cook, I'll clean. Very few women would actually allow that to switch. Very few women would want that to happen. So even the independent women, don't need no man. When they finally get in relationships, they still want to work, but they only want to work if they are not the ones to pay all the bills. Which means if they lose their job, they are expecting the man to pick up the slack. So very few women would switch roles actually.
In the
Mentor
house,
something,
this
but because I
because
was the parent
she
raising, I
said
would
a
rather have a
housewife
man
is the
that
hardest role. It's so intense, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I
until a
ask
man
women
has
this
to
all
do
the
it.
time. Then switch spots.
Yeah,
You go to work full time and you let him do it.
yeah.
And
You
it's
It
know what?
depends
always
on what
I'm
no
type
gonna
of
because a
send this
man
person
ain't
you
video.
are.
I'm
supposed
gonna send
to.
this
It
video
just
to
depends on what
And
JR.
type of
it's
person you are.
dog
I
don't
would
do this.
love
And
if more men would switch roles, like on a serious note, for more than a couple days or a day here or a day there. Switch.
No, we don't want to do it for a few days and this and that. No, if it's so bad, after you have the baby, go to work for the next 30, 40 years. I'll stay home. I don't have to work. You go to work, you work extra hours, you work overtime. Because unless someone is making crazy money, few people are going to be able to pay bills working just 5 days a week. You're going to have to work overtime. I'm talking 50, 60 plus hours a week to be able to provide for a family, to pay the mortgage, buy food, pay for school, medication, health insurance and all that. Very few men out here work 40 hours a week unless they're really earning good money, right? So for the very, she's even talking about that guys should switch. Most women don't even want to switch. They will complain, but the moment it's like, okay, you gotta pay the bills, I'll stay home, they wouldn't switch. So I don't know what this woman is talking about. I don't think any woman would take the deal. I don't think so.
Roles. Let her go to work
no,
for a
give them 6
year,
months. Let them
and
sit at the
you
crib for
stay
6 months
home.
Yeah.
and take care of the
And you,
house while
but
you
you
go to
make
work.
sure that you do it on the level she's doing it. Make sure
No,
Mm-mm.
that
he's
his
gonna do it
make
his
sure
way.
that the
You
child
don't get
down
to
to his.
determine how it's done. He's gonna
See,
do it his way.
aha,
Because we don't tell y'all how to do it.
aha.
Yes, I do. I
That's
want to cook
Now
this way. I know.
we don't tell you really what to do. We just buy the food and this what you make whatever you make. Now are there some controlling guys who, you know, go extra? Oh, don't make this or don't do this and that. Yeah, sure, but majority of men, as long as he comes home to a home cooked meal, that's all he wants. That's all he needs. Because even these days, it's very tough to find that. So the man would do and cook the way he can. You go provide. As long as you do your job, there's food when you come home, and make sure you pay the light bill as well. That's it. Good trade off.
that's
A
the
lot of
part.
wives that say they cook their spaghetti without meat because their husband preferred
Actually, we
that
know
way.
that
But
they
No,
before
but
do
they
it
this
got
better.
this
married,
is
they
the
cooked
part
it
where
with
we
meat.
get them
Actually,
I hear
right.
Stretch say
women
the
talk
men
about
do
how
Y'all
do
they
it
add
not
better.
doing
beans
it
to their
on a
chili because their
level.
husband like it, and they don't really
Y'all
use
not
it.
doing it on
Yes,
the
they
level
are
that the
because
mothers
the
do it
men get better
though.
results. Yes,
No,
they are. The men get better results.
when y'all have the kids come home with dirty fingernails. They
And they
got boogers
still
in their
somehow
eyes.
come out of
Their
life
clothes
better.
is stained up. The only thing that's looking pristine is their sneakers.
I agree
I
with
give
that
y'all
part
that.
too. Yeah,
Y'all
that's
will
not,
sit there
but
The
I
and
didn't
men
mind.
get
scrub
better
I
the
didn't mind
results.
fixing that.
scrub
As
the
long as
sneakers with a
The
toothbrush,
men
but
get better
everything
results.
else look raggedy. Everything else is just tore down. The meals are super basic. If they're not from McDonald's, they're
Yeah, it's
not
a
But that's
basic
nutritious.
one.
why
Why you
Not
diet
acting like
is.
these women are
balanced.
how
cooking
about
nine
I don't
course
DJ,
want
meals?
you bringing my baby to me
They
that's
without
why you
putting
no.
need
they
two.
cutting
That's
Hold
why
up
you
on.
need. That's why
apples
you
and
need that yin and yang. That's why we're there. We're there to add that
Yeah,
soft touch.
because
We're
men
there
don't.
to make it
Yeah.
pretty. We're there to add the Vaseline on their faces before they go to school. Make sure they all shiny with a clean nose, freshly brushed hair, clean
Bundled up
clothes.
quickly.
That
Clean
is something
nails.
that we
Don't forget
take
the
pride.
nails too.
Yeah, I gotta like clipping
I love
literally
it
to my
though.
daughter's toenails and nails twice a
I
week.
like
They
doing the
grow
house stuff.
so freaking
They grow
fast.
fast.
But the other parent, the man may not pay attention to that and see that
But
little
that
detail.
takes
But
so much
that's why
thought.
we do it. That
All of that
is
takes
how we
thought
work.
but this is my point though. We're already still a lot of us are in the workforce, right? Because a lot of let's be honest, a lot of homes it takes two incomes to really make it run. Like let's be honest. So a lot of us are still working. We're doing these jobs, but then we're also still these meticulous, detail oriented people as mothers, and we don't want to see any hair out of place. We make the house a home. We take the groceries as y'all like Kaya cooking with Kaya. We make meals out of the groceries. And at the end of the day,
everybody cooks.
it's really labor. You now you saying everybody cook, but before
I mean, I'll give her that. That if a woman has to work all day as well, and she also pays bills, no man should expect her to come home and cook and clean at the same time. She's gonna be tired. Let's be real, right? So in that instance, I do understand where she's coming from. And men who expect women who pay bills to also work full time and also cook and clean at home, that's unfair to the woman. But women who work because they want to work, not because they gotta pay bills, they shouldn't be an excuse. Because your husband already pays all the bills. You only work because you don't want to be home bored. At least the least you can do is cook the food, and then you guys can find it when you both come back home. But if you are not paying the bills and he's paying all the bills, the least you can do for your man is get him a home cooked meal. I don't care where you get it, but if your money is not contributing to the daily bills and the upkeep of the household, I don't really see a reason why a man can't have a meal.
you were saying men don't
No,
cook.
No, I
I
agree.
put up the data.
When I had
I
to
put up
start
the
doing the
data.
stuff that your highness had to do, and
Wait,
I had to
so
start
DJ,
like getting up in the
No,
middle
yeah,
of the
one mic,
night,
yeah,
taking
one
care of the
mic.
baby and doing that stuff, I'm like, dang, this was kind of stressful. But imagine doing it as a man where it's not instilled in you and you know to do these things, but it's kind of forced upon you based on where you at in life. Like I do think like if men was to do it, it'll be hard on them too. Like it ain't that easy. Like as what you think it is, because yeah, I think it took.
It's not easy, but I believe staying home, cooking, and cleaning. And it's not like, unless you have like, even if you have 3 kids, let's even say four or 5 kids, and all. I mean, if they're kind of grown now, you've already taught them to clean up after themselves anyway. So it's not like you're going to be cleaning all day. The only thing you're going to be doing constantly is talking to them and maybe having to cook and doing the dishes. But if I had to choose, that's better than a man slaving for 60 hours a week for, I don't know, until he's 65 or 70 years old, paying for the family, paying for the college tuition, school, health insurance, and all that. Like that's harder to do. So I don't. These ladies are speaking from a privileged situation. They don't even understand. I mean, they work. They should know how hard it is to work and to provide. Now imagine doing that for 3, 4, 5 people in a household, and also paying for the mortgage or even rent. I don't know how they can't understand that's harder. They think cooking and cleaning at home is harder than slaving away for all those years. Anyway, what do you guys think? Comment down below. Link down to Lapeef. Till next time, peace.